Good morning, stars and unboxing fans. Welcome to my first toy show. Not my first toy show going to. You've seen videos of me going to plenty of toy shows. I go to a ton of toy shows. No, this is the first toy show that I am attending as a vendor. That is right. I am vending today. I am going to be selling off. Basically, it's like the Star Wars sale that I do in June, but somewhat muted because, let's face it, I could not fit my entire garage into this this car. I have a 2010 Honda Cross Tour. It is surprisingly roomy, but it's not something that's going to be able to hold everything that I have in my garage. So I just kind of picked a bunch of boxes, almost at random. I did sway more to the vintage side than the modern. I do have one or two boxes of modern, and I'm going to, and a couple of other things. I brought my Lego little ornaments that I make. Bought that box. I bought a few sticker boxes, and I'm going to just try it out. I've been talking about this for like 2 months on my channel, and today's the day. The recording of this date is Saturday, November 22nd. And we're going to, where am I going? We're going to the Skanksville Fire Hall, Old Packhouse Road, Skanksville, PA, which is pretty close to Allentown, because that's what they're calling it, the Allentown Toy Show. It's about an hour drive from here. So I am gonna go, I'm gonna set up. I'll document the setup. I'll document I have my little chest cam, which isn't the best, I know, but I'll put some edited video of anything going on during it. I have no expectation. I honestly don't. I don't expect to sell everything. I don't expect to sell nothing. I don't have anything because I've never done this before. And I know that, being logical, I know that I'm going in there with about maybe 100 other vendors. Well, how many people? What did they say? Did he advertise it? No, he didn't say. But I thought he said something like close to 100 other vendors. So I'm going in there to compete with 100 other vendors. Now, not all of them are going to have Star Wars, but then again, not all guests are going to be looking for Star Wars. When I do my Star Wars sale, I put the signs up. It's Star Wars. Everybody knows it. So when they pull in, they're either Star Wars curious or interested to buy Star Wars. Very few come in just randomly thinking. I do get the occasional person that comes in and like, do you have any Star Trek? Do you have any Battlestar Galactica? It's fine. It's not. It's just funny because the sign says Star Wars. You would think that's the focus. Here it's a toy show. It could be anything. And I asked the gentleman who's my friend who is kind of putting on the show. I asked him if he would prefer it to be vintage or modern. Sometimes toy shows like to focus on one or the other. And he said, no, not this one. This one he's totally good with just making it be whatever people want to bring. So now I don't know, because it's just me. I have no help. I do not think I'm going to be able to walk around and check out the show unless I happen to be placed right next to my friend, and in which case he can watch my booth. But yeah, we're going to see how it goes. It's my first time. I am sure I'm going to do things wrong. Anybody here who watches, who does show, who goes to a lot of shows, who put on shows, who have set up tables at shows, I'm sure there are things that I will do wrong. I'm okay with that. This is a learning experience. I'm here to learn, and that means I'm here to fail at times and see what happens. Okay? So you'll see setup, maybe some short clips of stuff going on during the sales, and then I'll let you know how it went. Okay? Onward to Allentown, PA.
corner.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, just so you know, is this 20 a piece or 20
No, 20 for the back.
And then this one, was this 10 for the cup and the
This
bowl?
is, yes, 10 for the cup and bowl together. Yes, I know, right? I know, that's, there's the rub, right? $20. Well, I know, and that's kind of what I'm doing. It feeds the collection, but I use eBay. Figures, you know. Well, these are, just so you know, everything here is all, they all have their accessories, and they're all original. I put a little extra in with the card. It's basically a laminated thing, just to give it a little kind of little nice. I found that somebody on Whatnot was doing that. I'm like, oh, I'm so doing that. And in terms of prices, you know, the more common figures, I try to price lower. And then I do deals of every once something. Yeah. Oh. And how are you? Oh, I love that thing. Okay. started in the dark, pretty much ended in the dark. All right, here we are. I'm sorry I didn't get as much footage as I would have liked, but there were just things kind of happened so rapidly that I ended up, a little more light here. There we go. I ended up forgetting to hit record on my thing. So I got a little bit of kind of around the sale, and that was good. It was a small sale. It was a small little, firehouse sale, toy show. But I gotta say, for my first go around, if you watch my channel, you know I did a flea market about 2 months ago, and my first go around was meh. It was okay. This was not meh. This was insane. Okay, I sold, I would say, half of my stock. You can't really tell from here, but there's like all this room now, because everything's kind of lower now. I can actually see, well, I can sort of see at the back of my car. The bins still take up a lot of room. So, but yeah, so I made plenty of money selling. I made fair prices. I had a gentleman that I knew who had purchased a lot of stuff from me at my summer sale, who came specifically, went through my stuff and kind of offered, he was, I wouldn't say lowballing me, but he was lowering the price. If something was $45, he'd say, we take 35. He would just try to drop off a few bucks, but he bought so much stuff that it was worth it. We were both happy, so yay. So Thanksgiving dinner is on the sale, so yay. But in addition, there were a few other things. There was a gentleman selling, if I can get this out, I made really good friends with some my next door neighbor vendors, and they each I bought from them. Oops! Oh dear! I just messed that up. Okay, hold on. Give me a second here. I bought from them 3 applause figures. What is this thing? Oh, that's weird. Huh. And it just came off. Not exactly sure. Oh, it came unglued. I'll have to fix that. So we have a Vader in his helmet. Somewhere there it is. Here's his helmet. But there were 3 for $10. Emperor, but I really wanted it for Shizor, so that was cool. They also had these really cool ornaments. We did a trade. I traded her one of my Lego ornaments for this comic book page, it's hard to see, Star Wars ornament that she made, and that was really, really cool. I also picked up a little Christmas stocking stuff from her, my daughter. But the 2 big purchases were a carded Luke Hoth, missing a UPC, the proof of purchase, but otherwise pretty decent card, pretty decent figure. And although I was trying to negotiate this person down, a collector case full of figures and stickers and the thing, and he wanted $500. We negotiated a different price, and all the figures, including a Leia blaster, a Luke saber, a Jedi Luke saber, and a bunch of other blasters. So it was definitely worth the price. It was purely for resale, unless I can unless I find that they're in better condition than my personal collection. So overall, really awesome day. Am I going to do it again? Yes, but not in the near future. I am probably going to wait on it for a couple of reasons. Number one, because part of the reason is that the next couple of events are going to be on Sundays, and I don't have the ability to do Sundays. All right, so I am exhausted. I need to drive an hour to get home, which I'm going to do. So thank you so much, guys, for going on this journey with me. Some of you actually were from the channel that you specifically came out because of it, and I'm pleased to have been able to connect with you guys. Thanks so much for watching. And for the rest of you, what's next for me? Well, in a week's time from the time of this recording, we will be doing a Whatnot, my first Whatnot sale. Now that I don't expect nearly the profit that I made today, but that's okay. I'm just gonna try it out. I'm gonna see how I like it, and I'm gonna go from there. But as far as individual toy shows, I mean, I will say that had it not been for the one gentleman that bought a lot of stuff, he bundled a bunch, I think that I would have done okay. I certainly would have been worth the trip, but it would have only been maybe a couple of $100, whereas this went into there was another zero added onto this, so that was a good day. All right, thanks so much for watching, guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Check me out on Instagram and Bluesky, Darth Tuba Star Wars Unboxing page on Facebook. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you.